Hi there, this is Karen from Soul Shimmer Designs, and my project for today is this set of positivity pens. So they're glitter pens with different sayings on them. So let's get going and I'll show you how we put these together. So you'll need an Ink Joy pen and some sanding paper and also some pliers to take off the clip that you'll see here. So it just needs a little bit of muscle to get that off, because that part we don't need anymore. And just, it will leave a little bit of excess of the plastic there, but you just need to sand that down, and that doesn't take very long to actually do. Then the next thing we do is take the pen apart. So take the lid off, which will also be putting glitter onto, the ink and also the mechanism. So then you need to sand down the actual part that you'll be adding glitter and your vinyl onto. So you make sure you give that a good sand. Doesn't need to be too hard, but just enough to give the Hyperion a bit of something to latch onto. Then make sure you get all areas, the tops and the bottoms there, sanding away. And also, because I'm doing the lid, I'm sanding that part as well. So once we have all our pens prepped and ready to go, I'm now adding a base coat to all of the main sections of the pen. And I would advise to use a bit bigger paintbrush than I've used here, because it just took me a little bit longer than I thought. But I have a couple of white bases, I have a pink base, and that's just to make sure that the glitter stands out, because the blue colour of the actual pen is quite strong. And also don't forget to paint the top, the lid part where your ink comes through. Then I had a yellow base, and that doesn't take too long. And again, not forgetting the lid. And then the last one there is a purple base for my purple glitter. So you can just match this up to your pens, and this is something that you do on tumblers as well if you're a beginner and not familiar with the process. So now I'm adding my glitter onto each of the pens. I'm using my Helios Crafters glue, just making sure that's all over the pen. And first up is the purple. It's like a rainbow purple glitter, it's super pretty. And again, don't forget to do the tops of your pens as well. So then I have like a neon yellow glitter, a neon pink, a teal colour or turquoise, and a sort of bluey purple. And once I've done one coat of glitter, I let that sit, and then I will seal in that first coat and then add a second coat of glitter. And I'm using my Helios Crafters glue for this as well. This stuff is super sticky and perfect for glitter work. So there is my second coat, and then I let them dry for an hour before I start with my Hyperion. And you can do this with epoxy or UV resin. I just choose to do it an epoxy-free alternative, but this is similar to what you would do with epoxy resin, obviously using a glove for your finger. So after 3 coats of Hyperion, I'm sanding down all the pens just to take off that sharpness of the glitter. And then once I've done that, I've cleaned off all the excess sanding, and then I go on to my next coat of Hyperion. And excuse me, and I find it easier to use a fan brush for this. You can see I started with my finger and then decided I get a bit thicker coat with a fan brush, and that works really well. So while they're drying, we're on to our decals. and I've picked 5 sayings that mean a lot to me, so and they're very positive sayings, so that's why I named this set the Positivity Pens. So we have the first, make today amazing, and that's in a gorgeous glitter grape is this name of the vinyl. Then we're on to good vibes only, and that is a beautiful Kelly green, again in the vinyl, glitter vinyl. So now I'm just using my squidgy, and the yellow transfer tape is the best to use for this type of vinyl. Then the next colour is cornflower blue, and the saying is know your worth. So it's easy to get out those small pieces of excess with your weeding pen, again using my squidgy and to burnish the saying onto the transfer tape, and then adding it to the offset. So it's a really stunning colour, that cornflower blue. The next colour is glitter magenta, and another beautiful colour. These are going to stand out really nicely at the end on the glitter colours as well. And you'll see that my E there moved a little bit, but that was no problem to get it back into place. And using my transfer tape and squidgy, do the same process of adding on my decal to the offset. This one is You Are Enough. And then the last one is a silver glitter, and this is not too overpowering, it's just perfect. A really nice colour. Some silvers are a bit too overpowering, but this is really pretty. And the last one is Trust Your Soul. So that's all the decals done, and now it's time to add them to each of the pens. So I tried to mix and match the decals or the colours of the vinyl for each decal and the glitter, just to make it stand out a bit, or match the colourings of the glitter. And I'm super happy with how these have turned out. No problems with getting them on to the small spaces of a pen. Just use your squidgy like I'm doing there, and you'll have no issues with rolling around or moving pens. So I'm doing the same process for all the pens. So now we're up to the yellow one, and this is with the Kelly green over the top. Then the Know Your Worth in the cornflower blue, and I decided to put that over the teal or turquoise colour just to make that really stand out. And again, the yellow transfer tape works perfectly here on these smaller pens. Then the glitter magenta is the You Are Enough. That one is going over the purple, so it's like a rainbow purple colour glitter, so that it picks up the pink really well. And the last one, Trust Your Soul, is the silver glitter, and I thought that stood out really nicely against the bluey purple colour. So now that all the decals are on, the last part of the process is to keep adding on coats of Hyperion. So I'm using my fan brush here and just doing 2 or 3 more coats of Hyperion until the decal is smooth enough. Now that I'm done, I can put together all the pens. So just putting all the pieces back together, and that's why it's important to keep these pieces. You don't want to be losing these. So it's the mechanism part first, then the ink, and then the lid, and you'll see that goes back in nicely. And the last one just needed a little bit of help with my tweezers, so that was another handy little tip. So this is our set all finished up now, and super happy with how they've turned out. So thanks so much for watching this tutorial, and if you have any questions let me know, and don't forget to also subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye.